would you react if a stranger tried to grab your hand, or if a passerby tried to take food from your plate at the duck? Would you find it weird or even scary if someone sat next to you on an empty bus? These three scenarios were all violations of a social norm, personal space to be specific. Social norms, according to the Oxford Dictionary of Sociology, are informal understandings that govern the behaviors of members of society. They include shaking your hand when you meet someone, showering regularly, and not picking your nose in public. Over the weekend of October 24th and 25th, I decided to break the social norm of personal space at Lenox Mall. I walked around with my head down and intentionally bumped into people without apologizing or acknowledging what happened. Afterwards, I observed and recorded the responses I received with a friend. In the course of 2 hours, I bumped into about 70 people. Over half these people seemed to ignore my violation of their personal space. In a bustling center such as Lenox, people are often shoulder to shoulder while shopping. So, it is not uncommon for someone to enter your personal space. Another group of people responded to my invasion of their personal privacy with a negative sanction. A negative sanction is a punishment for an action a person performs that is not aligned to societal beliefs, as according to reference.com. For example, about a dozen people looked back and frowned at me. A handful of people told me to watch out. One guy in his mid-20s actually cursed at me, yelling, "Watch where you're going." Finally, the last group of people were those that apologized to me when I had clearly been the one violating their personal space. Looking back, I now realize that people tend to be close, both physically and mentally. Not many people are comfortable with bumping shoulders with a stranger, even if it is in a busy place like a mall. In public spaces, the importance of respecting personal space is an especially important social and cultural norm to uphold. Adding on, did you know that you had 4 spaces? Edward T. Hall's work. There are 4 spaces that each person has. The intimate space is the first one, which is around 6 to 18 inches from your body. The personal space is the second space. It ranges from 1.5 to 4 feet. The social distance ranges from 4 to 12 feet around you. Finally, the public space ranges from 12 to 25 feet or more. A personal space is the region surrounding a person which they regard as psychologically theirs. Most people value their personal space and feel discomfort, anger, and anxiety when their personal space is entered. But is it not weird that in some cultures, greeting complete strangers with a hug and a kiss on the cheek is not only normal, but is also expected? Other cultures find it completely normal to stand very close to someone you don't know while talking to them. But if any of these things happened to us in America, we would be shocked and probably very uncomfortable. In America, personal space is a social norm that will definitely receive negative sanctions if violated. When someone is facing us, we must be a certain distance away or we begin to feel uncomfortable. At the same time, if we stand too far away, we also feel uncomfortable and wonder what's wrong with us. Needless to say, I was quite embarrassed during the whole process. I did not like being close to complete strangers, and I was awkward in my body language. Overall, this experience made me realize how much our behavior is governed by social norms.